Alright, Shalom. This is Kabash Ban Yasharala, the lines didn't count. And before I hop into today's lesson, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Father and the Son, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, in the true Paleo Hebrew tongue. So I'm going to start off by saying, Ka, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Quadash, and Ma'amath. I want to give a double honors to the apostles, elders of GMS who rule well and teach well. And I want to give a double honor to my elder as well, Aharawan by Yasharala of the Lions of Count here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I want to say shalom to the Akim around the four corners of the globe, pushing his truth and sincerity. And with that, we're going to hop into the lesson. And this is going to be a lambat lesson off of a lesson that the bishop did a couple of days ago. And he titled it Adversity, so I'm titling this one Adversity too. Just, it's a lambat lesson. But the topic of the lesson, couple points I want to hit. We're supposed to trust in the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to get through anything. It don't matter what you facing out here, whether it be financial woes, whether it be persecutions, you got a warrant out or something. Like, we're not supposed to fear nothing this world could throw at you. I don't care if they about to repo your car, you about to get evicted, you going through it with your girl, whatever, trust in the Lord to get you through your situation. And, the Lord uses these trials and tribulations that we face to afflict the flesh and to build us up spiritually. Like, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. You can't have just trials and tribulations and you ain't growing from that. You can't just be growing and you ain't out here getting nutrients. Like, you can't be an obedient child if you're not being disciplined out here. Like, you're not just gonna get it right first try everything you do. And, we need these trials and tribulations for us to be perfected in our faith, spiritually in the Lord. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get my first precept. This is Sirach 2. And I'm going to start at verse 1. And it says, My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So the second you entered this truth, Satan got to work trying to pull you out of it, basically. So the longer you in this truth, the longer you been in this truth, the harder Satan working trying to pull you out of it. Like, that little boy stuff ain't working for him. He's still pushing. We got to get some grown man pressure for him. And that's what he in the warehouse telling his workers, basically. So the Lord, Satan, he's trying to tempt you. You know what, the Satan and the powers of this world, we got to always remember, being in this truth, their job is to pull you from up under the blood of Yahweh Shai, take that covering from you. They want us to be uncovered out here. They don't want us to be They don't want us to be under the protection of the Lord. They want to tempt us back into the world. Whether it be with your woman, whether it be with some overtime at your job where you're supposed to be at camp. They like that what they like, the powers of this world and the Satan, that's what they try to do. They try to keep you from doing the Lord's work. They work you so hard during the week that during the weekend you too tired to do. Like, they want you to be too tired to study, to seek out the Lord's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So these are the temptations that we gotta get ready for. And so basically, the devil and the powers of this world, they want to keep us away from the Lord. And it's up to us to push them out of the way, to keep that focus on the Lord. Because they don't care about focusing on the Lord. We are the ones that care, so we're the ones that got to keep that focus. We can't get distracted by the little sideshow shenanigans that Esau, Babylon, in this world, the devil, whoever tap dancing, you got to stay focused on the Lord. Verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So keep your mind focused on the Lord, and don't let Babylon beat the Lord's gospel out of you. Because like I said, that's what they'll try to do. They dog you out 5 days out the week, to where you tired all weekend, you too tired to do stuff with your girl, you too tired to watch your kids, walk your dog, whatever it's supposed to do. But really what they want, they really making you too tired to seek out the Lord. They want you to look at them as the Lord as the power. Like, they want you to come to them in the one of all things. But we got to remember, man don't live by bread alone. Rough paraphrase, he live by every word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And so, with that being said, you got to be ready to give up whatever, your job. They coming for your house, give it to them. They coming for the car, give it to them. They coming, whatever they coming for, you got to be ready to give that up for the Lord's sake. You know what I'm saying? To keep that focus. Like, when times get tough, trust in the Lord and remain calm. Basically, like, you know what I'm saying? It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure. So get your mind right and endure. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for these battles that you're going to face, because they coming back to back to back to back. We have to endure to the end to be saved. We can't fight all these battles. The first battle you lose, you out of there. I mean, a just man fall 7 times and get up. But you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got your armor on and you fighting these battles, you're going to get eventually, something going to eventually cut you and you're going to bleed out. So, you know what I'm saying? We got work we got to do, and we got to, you know what I'm saying, armor we got to put on. We got to put on the Lord's covering, basically. And when you endure these trials and tribulations, the Lord builds you up to be able to withstand the next storm. Like I was saying, it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient without our change to a lower state. You're supposed to be cheerful, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, like I was saying in the beginning, it's increase that comes behind these trials and tribulations. Like, man, it's increase that comes behind that. It's a light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? Faith, you know what I'm saying? The Lord will get you through something. That's a faith booster. The Lord that increased your faith. The Lord that showed his power through you. And that should encourage you to keep pushing in this truth. So be patient, because the Lord going to shine his light through you. He going to reveal that power that was within you, that he done already gave to you. He just wants to show you. And, verse 4, Salakia. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient without our change to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. And so when we face these hard times, like I said, just focus at the light at the end of the tunnel. Don't focus on the darkness, because you're going to get lost in it. There's a scripture that says, arise from the dust, O daughter of Zion. Roughly paraphrasing, like, that's the darkness. We're in the, like, Esau's mind is in the gutter. He run Babylon, and the 2/3 of our people, they head in the gutter right with Esau. That's why we supposed to arise from the dust. It's a game called Skyrim I play. And when you get to the last mission of the main course, you gotta fight through what you call Alduin's soul snare. And ain't nothing but fog. You can't see through the fog. And Alduin, he's a dragon. He go around just eating the souls, collecting these souls. The same way Esau doing. He go around seeking who he may devour. You know, the devil, you know, the devil go around seeking who he may devour. So in the way he got us in the soul snare, his society is a soul snare in the way we blindly trying to feel our way through it. But, you know what I'm saying, the Lord told us to arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. The 2/3 of our people trying to rest in this place, they're not going to find no rest in this place. They're focused on the darkness of the tunnel, trying to find their own way versus the path that the Lord predestinated for us to take. And like it says, verse 5 again, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So the Lord's testing everybody metal right now, and only the elect gonna pass. They gonna shine as gold. All the infirmities gonna be burnt from out of them. All those thoughts of what I'ma do, he gonna take that from you. So it ain't gonna be no the rent's due, we ain't got it, we ain't, you know what I'm saying, whatever might, you know what I'm saying, might pull you away from the Lord. He gonna take that from you, and that's the perfection that you look for when you face these trials and tribulations. Oh, yo, like I done got to the point, just me personally, when I start going through trials and tribulations, or I see a situation coming up. Oh, I want to see how the Lord gonna get me through this one. And it's not to be sarcastic. I be so serious. Like I know he gonna get me through it, but the carnal mind doesn't see how. And the scripture says things that are not seen are real than the things that are seen. So these trials and tribulations that we face, that's real. But the salvation and deliverance that the Lord is gonna bring through, that gonna like show you, reveal unto you, that's realer than the problem that you was originally faced with. And, So always remember that the Lord has your back and that the struggle doesn't last forever. Just, you know what I'm saying, long story short. And the Lord is perfecting the elect spiritually here on earth through adversity. So like I was saying, embrace those trials and tribulations. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get my next precept. It's coming out of Hebrews 12, and I'm going to start at verse 6. And it says, "For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth." So the Lord shows us he loves us by building us up spiritually through these trials and tribulations that we face. It's just, you know, pretty much summed itself up. So like if the Lord didn't want us built up out here, he wouldn't have us walking the straight gate and narrow way. It'd be easy for anybody could do it. But like the elder said, like the bishop said in his lesson, you got two paths you could take in life. The one that got the thorns and the scary looking road, or you could take the golden brick road that Esau wants you to go down. And the devil and, you know, the powers of this world. The Lord wants us to go through the straight gate and narrow way, which is that dark, scary road that don't look like, you know what I'm saying? Why? Because the Lord looking for some men out here that, you know what I'm saying, that's going to push through and endure. They don't want us to, you know, frolic. The Lord don't want men that want to frolic out here and take the easy way, the wide gate and the broad way. Because that way going to lead to destruction. You ain't getting built up for nothing going down that road. But you got to be, you know what I'm saying, how Jake like to be a tough guy. You got to be a tough guy to be in this truth, man, to deal with the trials and tribulations, the chastisement of the Lord. That's those deep. Like the men of the Lord are the real tough guys. Because as soon as Jacob's trouble pop off, all these fake ass gangbangers out here, they going to be out here. They going to be the first ones travailing as woman with child. And another point. For whom the Lord loved, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son which whom he received. Okay, so the Lord punishes and rewards us based off our obedience to him, the same way our worldly parents do or did. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier again, like you're not just gonna wake up and be an obedient child. You had like your parents have to correct you. And that's what that's another thing the Lord is doing with us. He's correcting us from our wicked ways. You know what I'm saying? Like when we entered this truth, we had to re-enter as a child. And he's guiding us as such. And we got to be obedient children. And, verse 7. If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons. So you must endure to the end to reach salvation. And that requires faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And it says, if ye endure chastening, God deals with you as with sons. Like I was just saying. The Lord is our spiritual father. He created us. He created their spirit that's within us. And these fleshly bodies too, but the Lord's building up the spirit. He don't care about the flesh. The flesh got feelings and pains and this, that, the third that the Lord don't care about. That's why we focus on the spirit, because the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. So that spirit needs to be built up, because that flesh gonna cause you to get destroyed. It's too weak. That's why the Lord is focused on the spirit, because the spirit is willing. The spirit knows that the Lord done already got you right for this battle that you fighting. And the spirit is ready to shine the Lord's light that he already instilled in you. He already put the light bulb in. You just got to flip the switch. And you got to dig deep. You know, it's going to be some stuff be like, you know, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, when I go through something, I want to see how the Lord going to get me through this. He going to show you how deep you need to dig. You like, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is the shepherd. He leading us to salvation. He going to take you through everything you need to go through to be right when it's all said and done. And you got to trust in that. Verse 8, but if ye be without chastisement, whereof are all partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons. So if you're not being chastised, you're not being built up spiritually, the Lord isn't dealing with you. And that's just it. Like, these Christians out here, they some of the most, like, as soon as something pop off, they the first ones get scared. But they talking about something, they the Lord's people. The Lord got them. Well, if y'all truly believing that, y'all wouldn't be acting how y'all be acting when that thing hit and they had us locked in the house. They were giving us curfews and all that. Then they came out with the medicine, the flash drive, whatever you want to call it. And then they finna come out with another thing, another flash drive that they want to put in your hand. They gonna be the first ones get lined up for that. But that's, you know what I'm saying, that's the mark that we waiting on. But I'm gonna just get back on track. But, like, you know what I'm saying, like, we ain't supposed to be waywardly out here wishy-washy. Because that's what Esau doing. Esau got the 2/3 of our people tossing and turning whatever he wanted to do. Hey, go get this. Hey, now you got to go get that. Oh, if you want your money, now you got to go get this. And we ain't supposed to be running to and fro. The Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear. But that's later on down the road. And, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I was saying, the Lord's building us up spiritually. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get this next precept, because I feel like I just talked it up. It's coming out of 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. And it says, there have been, 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, there have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. And you might feel like you're going through something alone, but you got the Lord and you got the men of the Lord to help. The Lord, first off, is there to help you. He already built you up spiritually to endure. He said there had been no temptation taken to you, but such as is common to man. So you might seem like you going through some other stuff, that you out here, that you fucking up, whatever. Man, ain't none of us out here getting right, man. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? That's Jake, biggest thing Jake like to put on. Jake don't want to let nobody see him when he down. You know what I'm saying? Our people are proud. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta humble yourself and always remember, man, like, man, this is coming. You ain't the first brother to go through some stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta humble yourself. Don't be scared to, like, vent to your brothers, if you got brothers. Or if not, you know what I'm saying, the Lord will lead you to, like, man, like, you can hit me up if you want to talk. Like, hit me up in the comment board, whatever. But, like, you know what I'm saying, don't be scared to vent. Get that pressure off your chest. Because, like, the Lord put brothers through the same situation that you facing probably before you got through it. And he going to lead you to a brother so he could be an example to you. And that's what I'm saying. We supposed to be examples to the newer brothers in the truth of the Lord's power. Because the Lord reveals his power through his men. And you supposed to want to, give your testimony of what the Lord done got you through. Because that's him revealing his power. And that's what a lot of newer people in the truth need to see, and they need to hear these things. Because that's a faith booster in itself. Even when I ain't going through nothing necessarily, I hear a brother, he going through something. I'm like, boy, that sound like something I should be going through. And you know, that's a faith booster, because you think these brothers a lot both set up. But nah, man, we all in here running Esau rat race. We just not running as hard as the 2/3, but we, you know what I'm saying, we all just trying to sustain, but it's hard nevertheless. But the Lord already prepared us to deal with whatever trials and tribulations we face. So trust in him. Like, you gotta have that faith in him. And it says, but God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able. So the Lord ain't gonna put nothing on your plate that you can't eat. You a baby in this truth, he gonna lead you to the milk. He ain't gonna lead you to no state where you need a knife, a fork, and some teeth. He ain't gonna lead you to no wine where you gonna be out here, you know, no wine that's too strong for you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know, he gonna build you up in the way that he gonna nourish you properly. And he gonna, you know what I'm saying? He gonna put you through trials and tribulations properly, in the sense. He ain't gonna put you through the ringer and you just jump through this truth. The Lord wants you to stay in this truth. He ain't gonna drop nothing that gonna knock you up out of this truth unless it's just not meant for you. The Lord gonna build you up slowly and for surely. Cause once that foundation gets set, you get sealed up, ain't nothing gonna be able to shake, break, tear that down. And just like I said, just stay focused on our shepherd, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and let him guide you through the hard times. And he said, but with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. The Lord gonna make, you know what I'm saying? He got a valve, so to speak, on that thing, man. That pressure get the building up. You just turn the valve, let some of that pressure out, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord he got a release button for you. A valve or whatever, so that pressure not just building up. Even if you gotta get that pressure up to him, just talk to him about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you never alone when you in this truth. So whatever trials and tribulations you facing, it's like the Lord got you. That's just the moral to the story. But this is my next precept. I'm going to Psalm 23:4. And it says, yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. So everything here in Babylon is cloaked in the covering of death. Only Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai can bring light to your path. And here in Babylon, we're in the valley of the shadow of death. And like shadows represents a covering. So everything here is covered with death. Like for instance, the scripture says, woe to them who trust in the shadow of Egypt, the covering of Egypt. They want to be African American. All these things, they want that covering. So you supposed to want the covering of the Lord. Because we're in the valley of the shadow of death. On this earth, how about that? We're in the valley of the shadow of death here on this earth. Everything here is cloaked in death. Only the Lord can bring that light. That's the only light that's here in the world. Well, him and the prophets. And if you truly have faith in the Lord, you won't fear anything this place may tempt you with. He said, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. If you but truly believe that the Lord is with you, you ain't gonna be scared of nothing that's out here. I think it's an Avengers movie. I'm not too big on the comic book movies, but it was like a dude. He was talking to somebody. Well, we got da 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 da. Oh, that's cool. We got the Hulk. Well, that's how Satan. That's how this work when you in this truth. The the powers of this world of Satan, oh, we got trials and tribulation headed your way. Oh, that's cool, because I got the Lord with me. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And that's how that worked every time. And like the Lord's chastisement should comfort you on a different the topic, but on the same subject in a way. Like the Lord's chastisement should comfort you, because with adversity comes spiritual increase. And like you should see the Lord about to build you up when you faced with a trial, a tribulation. You know what I'm saying? The Lord making you more of a man, so to speak. He making you, you know what I'm saying? He building you up. He making you an example to others. It's a beautiful thing to go through. It is. It's a beautiful thing to go through. Because the Lord is showing us He loves us. He's building us up. And that's the inheritance that you should want. Jake want inheritance with this world. They want carnal things. But you know what I'm saying? Money come and go. You know what I'm saying? That wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. You want the wisdom of the Lord defending you. You don't want no worldly nothing defending you. Because all that shit get burned up. And this is 1 Timothy 6:6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. And no matter what, stay focused on the Lord and keep your composure. The Lord don't want us out here travailing as woman with child. Like, keep your calm, keep your peace about you. The Lord gave us the spirit of love and a sound mind. He didn't give us the spirit of fear. We're not supposed to be out here like, you know what I'm saying, panic mode any point in time. And being able to keep calm under pressure, that just shows that the Lord gave you strength to endure. You know what I'm saying? That shows your faith. That shows that you believe that the Lord is going to deliver you. It shows that you're not letting the powers of this world, that you're not letting Satan get to you. One second, Salakia. I'm gonna get another precept. And this is 1 Timothy, Salakia, this is 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. And it says, "For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind." So we're not to fear anything but the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because the Lord can knock you out this truth at any moment in time. The Lord is the one that's sending them goonies after you when you act up. He's the one that allows Satan to tempt you. He just don't allow Satan to touch you. So you don't want the Lord to be like, man, fuck him, Satan, you can have him. You don't want that. That's what you to be scared of. You don't be scared of what Satan could do to you. I did a lesson last week about the Lord controls the powers of good and evil. So anything that happens to you, all rip, the Lord done ordained it. He done signed off on it, allowed it to happen. So you know that the Lord is in control. So why you scared? The Lord driving the car. You just know you're not gonna crash unless you jump out the car. But the Lord's still driving. You just jumped out the car, shit. He gonna pull over, pick up the next brother that wanna ride. And the Lord gave us the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. And why did He do that? To fight through adversity and be an example to others. He didn't give us the spirit of fear. He didn't give us that Disney princess spirit. The what we locked up, we waiting on somebody to rescue us. In a sense, we are, but you know what I'm saying? The Lord told His men to fight. You know what I'm saying? We don't sit here stuck in our position, you know what I'm saying? Like we're in a mental captivity, but we don't allow that to pull us away from the Lord. We done broke free from them chains. In a sense, you feel me? This is like the true revolution. The true liberation of our people, the stronghold that the powers of this world has on our people's minds. You want to talk about adversity? And this ain't nothing. This is like lifting weights. This supposed to be like lifting weights to you. You know what I'm saying? It might seem hard, but you gonna look in the mirror one day, boy, you gonna be swole. And like I said, just get back on point right quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gave us the power. He gave us the spirit of power, love, and of a sound mind. So we could fight through adversity. So he could reveal his power to us, through us. And to be an example to others. Like a brother see you get through some shit that seemed impossible, and you be like, damn, the Lord really dealing with that, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he's on our side. You know. And but like ultimately, like just be proud that the Lord is building you up spiritually and let him reveal his power through you. Like let the Lord do his thing. Like there's nothing you can do to save yourself. So let the Lord drive the car, like I was saying. And this will be my last precept. This is coming out of Romans 8, and I'm going to start at 35. And it says, who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. So Satan and the powers of this world want to pull you from under the Lord's covering, from under the Lord's protection. And how they do that? They afflict the flesh to do. That's how they afflict the flesh to do so. Like for instance, hey man, let's make him work on Saturday, man. He don't need to go to count. You could miss one day at count. You know what I'm saying? Come get this money. Something like that. And you go to count every Saturday, man. We finna go shoot, you know what I'm saying? Shoot them up in the club, something, whatever. Or like, you know, like Jacob's Trouble pulling up, man. They gonna try to use that dollar over your head, that digital currency. Oh, you want to be able to provide for your family? Do this. Forget that Bible. Do this. You know what I'm saying? They gonna try to afflict the flesh. They gonna try to starve us out. They gonna have us locked up. They gonna be about to cut your head off. And 35 again. Shall tribulation, distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or the sword. These are the things that the devil and this world try to use to pull us away from the Lord. And we have to be aware of these things. Because the Lord gave us the power to, you know what I'm saying? He built us up to face these things that we may go through. And we got to remember that. And it says, verse 36, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. So the same persecutions that Yahushua and the prophets of old faced, those are the same trials and tribulations we face today. People gonna come at you all type of ways. They gonna talk about you because what you believe in. Anything they can to, like, you know what I'm saying, put a dent in your faith. But you know what I'm saying? You got to be strong out here. The Lord looking for some men. Workmen who need not be ashamed. You know what I'm saying? We got to bear our cross the same way Yahushua did. We got to face these afflictions. We don't run and hide from them. And verse 37, nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. And that's the point of the whole lesson. Nothing can separate you from the love and protection of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua unless you allow it. Can't nothing pull you from up under that covering of the Lord. Only you can walk from up under it and leave. That's all. You can leave the flock. That's the only way that you leave the covering of the Lord. Can't nobody pull you out of it except for you. Or the Lord could just knock you up out of it. But you know what I'm saying? But like, nothing is supposed to be able to separate you from the love of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And like, don't let your worldly, your fleshly, your carnal mind focus on like worldly problems, because the Lord provides the spiritual solution to everything. And like that's why the powers of this world, they afflict the flesh. They can't touch the spirit. They touch the flesh because they know it's weak. And now I was telling this one Jay, some people don't even fight it. As soon as they get afflicted, they give up. They ain't men out here for real. How they say they men. As soon as they get touched, man, they fall. They fall. They victims to whatever done hit them. Like in basketball, how people flop. Some people just out here flopping, trying to get some sympathy. But, you know, they done condemned themselves because they done allowed wickedness to enter within. And they done separate themselves, like I was saying. There's no excuse. The Lord gave no man license to do wickedly out here. So the scripture said, lean not to thy own understanding. If you trying to pull yourself out of situation, you not letting the Lord do it, and you going to crash and burn. So before you get to crashing and burning out here, trust in the Lord to get you through these trials and tribulations. And like we're supposed to use the spiritual power that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai instilled in us to endure these hardships. That don't mean put your cape on and try to save your own self. Nah, that just means, you know what I'm saying, be patient when you change to a lower state, like I brought out earlier. Like, cause the Lord not gonna put nothing on you that you can't handle. If the Lord not delivering you, you still supposed to be in the furnace of affliction. You know what I'm saying? The Lord still cooking in the kitchen. And you don't nobody eat no food undercooked. That way you get food poisoning from that malnourishment. And the Lord don't want his men out here now malnourished. He wants you to be refined out here as gold. He wants you shining. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like with the cooking, he wants you done, complete. He wants you sealed up in this truth. And that's why he put us through these trials and tribulations. And like I was saying, just trust in the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, to get you through anything. It don't matter what it is you faced with. We're in the furnace of affliction. We're not supposed to be here just living it up. The Lord sent us down here to get built up spiritually. So he sent us down here so he could perfect us spiritually. And and that's basically what this lesson was about. And again, this was a laying back off of a lesson that the bishop did. I hope it was edifying. And with that being said, I'm gonna say shalom.